Again, welcome. And here speaking on behalf of peace, unconditional love, and infinite compassion. Do want to say that there has been much interaction and movement, traveling, primarily around the Bay Area and speaking with people about peace, love, and compassion. Able to put a few on Facebook Live, been asking people yet. There's a bit of a shyness on behalf of people who would share on Facebook Live. Yet at Lake Merritt the other day, someone recognized and from Davis and was enthusiastic about doing it. So I thank her and for those who share their concept of compassion. It is to amplify and bring awareness to compassion in order that it can bring healing energy to those that need it. There is love in this world because there is love. And it is the unifying property of the whole universe. Separation is an illusion. It's an error in perception. There is oneness to the universe. Separation takes place primarily in the belief that we, as human beings and as objects and things, are all separate. When they are in flux, moving in and out of beingness. All things are a process. Life, even inanimate objects, are within a process of the fluctuation of energy. Timeless and spaceless. We are life. We're given this force within to breathe, for our heart to beat, for a voice to speak, even for a mind to think, an operating brain, an operating system, an operating body. Some are even inoperable. paralyzed. With smaller, perhaps smaller amounts of abilities, sensory-wise. Yet still that life force is there because it's everywhere. These words are reminders. They point to that which is. The word peace points to the peace within. The core of all things. Unconditional love points to that which is at the core of all things. And infinite compassion points to that which is at the core of all things. A very simple way of living. Simply love. Go throughout your day simply loving. Wherever you are, whatever you do, just simply love it, love the people around you, love the animals, the plants, anything that's there. Simply be aware of the love that is given as a gift to enable the love to be given, to do things in the name of love. All things. Anything otherwise is an excuse. There's a deepening in which this is experienced. The more this space opens up, the more that the wisdom arises and the truth is revealed. And then it spreads. And then they see the light and they come to you for assistance in seeing their own light. And that's when you become a mirror. You've polished your own, wiped away the dust. You looked into your own mirror and saw nothing. So that when people come, all they see is the light. And they look into their own mirror and they see nothing. Nothing in particular. The energy of infinite emptiness arising through conscious awareness. This is the space that offers even air. The timelessness that offers time. The beingness that offers form. The stillness that offers motion. Motion of thought. Motion of form. Even the motion of returning back to that emptiness. Being unified with ease, because it's what's happening, it's simply happening. Space is provided to love unconditionally. Without effort, it's all provided. And for those that are gathering, as they're popping in or out, I say hello and welcome. Offering words that will bring positive thoughts, and also offering still and silent spaces to drop into the awareness. And to touch that which is nameless, shapeless, colorless, odorless. Which exudes all things, permeates all things, gives light to all things, heals suffering, recognizing and realizing essence, the essence of pure unconditional love. Abide there. The longer that a human being abides in that knowing, the more heart space that opens up, and the more light and warmth that is felt in that presence by anyone or anything that comes within that presence. or even sees that presence through technology, through another medium. It works. It definitely works. And there is an impact. Spontaneous and simultaneous impact. Sometimes seen, sometimes unseen. And even in the unseen, it marinates, and when it is time to be revealed, it shall be. Welcome to those that may be watching. To anyone watching at any point in the now as it moves along, the here and the now, arising, subsiding. Great joy, great harmony, great peace, pure love, infinite compassion, equanimity of mind, a clear mind that can be spontaneously active without judgment nor condemnation. A mind that's free to be spontaneous. A mind without suffering. A mind without a story. Which is a story primarily when it's established as an identity is full of suffering. And once that is released and differentiated and seen as an illusion, the revelation opens up to a new reality, a renewed perception of that which is. Opens up to a new world of reality rather than a new reality. The reality of this now, which is all. Which is all. And in that place, there is such peace, such joy, so much love. And then that is the offering in relation, in the differentiated relation. Although there is differentiation, it remains one. It remains itself always. How can it be anything other than itself? As the absolute, it only knows all of its nature as itself. It is all knowing. All knowing and all loving, unconditionally. The how to is being still and keeping quiet. First, stilling the body, letting it be still, watching thoughts, then the thoughts become still. And that's when the perception shifts and form becomes still. Entering the timeless, spaceless realm and seeing the reality of that which is. That which is without form or shape. And this is an offering, an invitation, a pointing guidance towards those who wish to follow the direction of the guidance and the pointing, to let go of the connection between thought and identity. There are so many other infinite possibilities that can define identity other than our thoughts about who we are as separate individual human beings. And that goes on into infinity. Rather than being the limited body, mind, there is so much more beyond that. That is what this space is for that discovery. And that is what life is for, the discovery of that, the experience of that, the joy of that experience. To witness the beauty, the constant miraculous. Welcome to those that have joined. This is a space for peaceful, unconditional love and infinite compassion, a sacred space to be shared during the day or at any moment. Because once it's done here, it goes live. Anyone can watch it at any time. To receive positive words and a smile. as gifts. And to know that there is love. There is love. Without distance, it's here. It's here. It's the life force that permeates all of this. One can think of air. One can think of air as space. Even air is contained within space. Air has certain elements that make up air: oxygen, some helium, all the subatomic particles that make up what we commonly would call space. Yet even that is made of a deeper, more subtle space. Emptiness. Emptiness. Which even provides air. That is the space that is always accessible to give form to anything. Anything and everything that can be beyond imagined. And it's energized by unconditional love. It's like receiving an empty canvas. And you can put whatever you want on it. You're given all the elements: body, mind, senses, knowing, wisdom, truth, to paint on this empty canvas anything of beauty. Any color, any shape. And be kind. Be kind and take care of one another. And it's quite easy. Eye contact, smile, laughter, joy. Positively charged words. Silence when needed, stillness when needed. That open space, the compassionate ear. Be the love. being the love, in being the love, you resonate healing. You resonate at a frequency that automatically heals, sometimes without even uttering a sound. That's presence. Presence is the silent healer. Presence is the silent healer. Some people can simply sit in the presence of someone established as love and walk away healed. It's been known to happen. Stories after stories about it. Because that entity sits in a place of healing. Perhaps that's what pets are for. Pets are constantly loving. Cats and dogs. I don't know about snakes or tarantulas or other exotic animals that are common household pets are always affectionate and joyful, primarily, maybe not always. And they provide that groundedness of peace, and their presence brings joy. Same here. Same. Become established in that peace. Become established in that joy and that equanimity, and they come for that. And then it lights the light within them, and then they light the light within someone else, and so on, and so on, and so on. That is how the change begins, and that is how the shift in collective consciousness occurs. And now is the time. Because it's the only now that there is. Because all is unified, it is all unified in oneness. Because there is one here, it is also part of that oneness. Wherever you are always now, and you are always here. And this is the circumstance to love unconditionally. Without more, without less, without improvement, without speculation, only to continuously act and abide from that knowing. It's spaceless and timeless. It's a knowing that is spaceless and timeless. It is a light without an origin because it's expanding itself. And it's beautiful. An empty mind is a fresh mind. The spotless mind is ever renewed, ever curious, ever learning, ever experiencing, vibrant, gorgeous, connected to the heart, to all hearts. So that even the word connected ceases to exist because all is unified. All is unified. And that's when the suffering ends. When the separation ends, the suffering ends. When the belief that there is separation, any separation whatsoever, when that belief ends, the suffering ends, and the story perpetuates one of separation, that this body and this mind, this nation, this philosophy, this religion, this history, this time and this space, this any form is separate from something else, causes suffering, because it's working to establish itself as separate. And that's the effort. The effortlessness happens when there is simply unification, and the identity, primarily of self, vanishes because the illusion vanishes, and reality reveals itself as unified, as one. And you open your eyes and you see it, because seeing is even part of that oneness. And then the compassion, it kicks in, because you see those that believe in separation, that is the suffering. And through example and through the guidance and the pointing and the experience and the space opening out, and being deeply rooted in that peace and offering life up to unconditional love and realizing essence through the infinite compassion, that is when the healing takes place. That is when the healing takes place. And it's glorious. It is glory. It is the grace that it comes along with the healing. Healing and grace walking hand in hand. Dear, dear beloved brothers and sisters, there is truth. The unshakable truth. The unshakable truth of unconditional love. That it does heal, that it does exist. It is the purest reality of this which is. And we are this. At the core. All of it at the core is unconditional love. even these words do it no justice. The experience is the only true validation of simply being. And this is the opportunity to simply sit and be and know this. Know this. Know these words and know this experience. And know what is beneath the experience even. That infinite emptiness, that space. And it's all happening now. It's all happening. And with that, gratitude to those that stopped by. Gratitude to those that take this to heart and act upon it. Whatever that loving action is. Gratitude to those that are actively participating in their own way of living a loving, positive, compassionate life as a gift. And gratitude to those that have joined in this shift in collective consciousness towards a more peaceful, loving, compassionate world.